have with me Major Mohammed Ali Shah joining us on the broadcast. Thank you for joining us this afternoon, sir. If you can hear me, let me just take you through what we're talking about right now. Ahmad Masood, one of the leaders of the biggest resistance in Afghanistan in the Panjshir Valley. He says that his forces are ready to fight the Taliban, but they do not want a war to break out. What are your thoughts on this, sir?
See, Ahmad Masood, he's the son of Major Shah Masood, of course. So he was the lion of Panjshir. He ruled there for quite some time. So when he says this, I am still skeptical that, if his forces are actually capable of fighting Taliban, to be very, very honest. I hope they do. I hope they put up a tough fight. But when Afghan forces, when their military itself had just run away, they had just abandoned their posts and they had just run away and they had just absconded. So when they set up a new force, so along with Amrullah Saleh, the vice president who says that, as per the constitution, I am now the president, and he doesn't want a war. So if you are fighting, it's a battle. That itself means a war. There's bloodshed if you're fighting. Unless you indulge in diplomacy and you have a dialogue and get into words and you communicate with them. So I feel if you are ready to fight, then you should be prepared. Like, as it's a famous saying is that if you want peace, then you must prepare for war. You must prepare for war as much as you prepare for peace. We make a lot of arrangements when we want peace. We fight for peace. Similarly, the amount we fight for war, we don't have to fight for peace. We should fight for peace that much. So when Ahmad Masood says that we are ready to fight, but not ready for war, what can you make of it? You can make that they do not want bloodshed, perhaps. But then what kind of fighting which would be without any bloodshed? So I feel that, it's a welcome step. I hope they put up a tough fight with Taliban, and I hope they drive Taliban out of Kabul. That's a different thing altogether. But I really hope they actually put up a really tough fight.
Right. Thank you, sir, for joining us this afternoon and bringing us your insight into this story. Let's shift our focus now to the evacuation efforts.